I'm not being funny, but you are going to do something so clever right at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Capricorn. You are going to do something so smart. And you know how this is going to happen, just completely out of the blue. Something is going to come to you, some kind of realization while you're sitting by yourself, while you're chilling out, while you're relaxing. There is this really specific realization that you're suddenly going to have. And this in itself, it's really going to surprise you. Purely the way your energy is going to start rising at that moment in time. So this is going to be a clear sign, clear guidance, and clear direction that this is something that you need to pay attention to, okay? Because what are you going to realize? It's going to be extremely smart, extremely smart. And what are you going to realize? It's going to be basically around you saving something. And you are going to save that particular thing. You are going to have a clear idea how to save something. And this is so personal to you. And this also means to you so much, my gorgeous Capricornius. Trust me, you will know exactly what I was referring to, because you are going to have a clear idea, which is going to be based on like a memory from a long time ago. So your memories from a long time ago are clearly going to be playing an important role here, especially when it comes to you knowing how are you going to save something and what exactly that is. This in itself is going to be really significant indeed. And also, when it comes to the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Capricornius, you are going to realize that because of the lack of some kind of communication, because of the lack of some kind of a communication here, you're gonna realize that you are having some kind of a negative change in circumstances, and this was all due to a lack of communication. So now you're gonna realize something really important, my gorgeous Capricornius, that there is a particular compromise that you are going to need to make. But the problem with that particular compromise is you are going to find this really difficult to let go. But you are not going to be standing up for yourself if you don't actually do this, because by you understanding the power of that particular compromise, at the same time you are going to be standing for yourself as well. And this in itself, it's like kind of gonna bring something really special into your life within the next 14 days. Within the next 14 days, something very special, it's about to enter your life. And this is gonna be a mind-blowing, big, massive mama reward. And this is gonna be a big, massive reward. And it's gonna be the direct result of you kind of finding this, this strength in order to compromise this in the first place. Just remember that you are gonna be rewarded karmically. And I do know that this sounds crazy, but you will see that within the next 14 days, something very special is going to happen to you. Something very special, it's about to begin. Something very special, my gorgeous Capricornius, it's about to start, which is most certainly gonna bring such a powerful energy into your life. This is gonna be very important for you to remember indeed, my gorgeous Capricornius, okay? And also, when it comes to the beginning of this week, there is a very unusual message that you're actually going to have. This unusual message that you are going to have, it's going to remind you of somebody who used to be in your life a long time ago. Just just pay attention to this, because this is going to be so important. There is going to be an unusual message that you are going to have, and it's not going to be from that particular person who you're going to be reminded of. This message is not going to have nothing to do with that person whatsoever, but for some reason that particular message is going to remind you on one specific person who you haven't seen in a really long time. Later on, towards the end of the week, there is some kind of a message that you are going to get from that person, or you're gonna hear something about that particular person. Whatever you're gonna hear, however this is going to happen, it's about the specific information that you are gonna need to apply onto your life immediately. Some kind of specific information that normally you would find absolutely ridiculous, but this is gonna help you to get in touch with yourself, to reconnect and see this particular information in a completely different light. What an enlightening moment, my gorgeous Capricornius, you are going to have, because this particular message is going to play absolutely a life-changing role in your life, especially when it comes to March 2024. This message is going to be absolutely everything, and it is going to be the part of the clear direction that is going to be provided. Indeed. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Capricornius, sorry. Sorry. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Capricornius, let me tell you something. You are going to have a very much so an unusual moment. And this unusual moment that you are going to have, a very strange moment, you're going to find yourself being somewhere. Wherever you are going to be at around the midweek, you will have this moment where you're going to feel and you're going to think that the energy is completely different. You will feel like something is kind of really different, but you're not going to be able to explain what this is. You are indeed going to find yourself within a slightly different dimension, and this is going to be the direct result of your subconscious mind and your powerful, very, very powerful energy. This in itself can happen on the outside. This in itself can happen at home. It doesn't really matter when it's going to happen, but it's going to be the moment when you're just going to realize also maybe how things are much brighter. Things are going to feel much lighter around you, and things are going to feel much brighter around you. There is some kind of brightness that is actually going to be all around. It is to do with the brightness that you will notice. It's very difficult to explain. Do you know what I mean? So if you're at home, you're just going to think not only the energy is different, but things seems to be a little bit more brighter, and the same on the outside. And this is your sign that you're going to find yourself in a slightly different dimension. When you find yourself in a slightly different dimension because you're so deep, you are ridiculously powerful, my gorgeous Capricornius. And this is more about a sign, an indication that at around that time you're also going to have a very much so a super bizarre sign, super strange omen, which is gonna indicate to you at the same time. It's very difficult to explain again how exactly you're gonna feel, but what are you gonna feel and what are you gonna become aware of? It's a sign. You're gonna feel this very deeply within, that something very terrible and very bad again is slowly coming to an end. It hasn't come to an end just yet, but you will know that something is you will know that you're reaching with a certain part of your life. You are reaching the top, you're reaching the last few stairs indeed, and just that particular feeling, this is gonna elevate you, and you're gonna feel elevated like never before. It's gonna reflect on your energy levels immediately, and this is gonna make you feel really good. Nothing it's gonna be at that moment in time written in the stone type of thing, but you're just gonna feel, and you will know, because your mind is gonna be thinking about something really specific here indeed, which is going to push you even further forward, especially when it comes to you later on. After that moment in time, having a vision, you're gonna have a really, really important vision, but this vision you have never had before, how you want like your life to be, and what is missing in your life. You're gonna realize that you are ready for something really, really specific here. So this is what that vision is gonna be boiled down to, more about you knowing, now baby, I'm ready for something really, really specific here indeed. So this is an important moment of your own breakthrough, my gorgeous Capricornians, because after this moment in time, there is so much that it's actually going to change. There is so much that it's actually going to change, because you will see that there is an element of you that it's going to be screaming to come back from the past. There is an element of you, something that you used to do to express yourself. This is now it's gonna be the time to bring that back into your life as well, because I don't need to tell you this again. You're gonna be persistently thinking about something which you haven't kind of done in absolute ages, and there is a very specific reason for it. Okay, on one hand, this is to do with a missing part of you, but then on another hand, this is to do with you needing to take this onto the next level of your spiritual journey. This, my gorgeous Capricornius, in itself, it's going to be so important to you indeed. Sorry. And also, when it comes to the midweek, my gorgeous Capricornius, when it comes to the midweek, you're also going to have such a good news here, and I like it, because this good news is it's to do with a certain new beginning. It's to do with you being able to physically start something. It's to do with a creative spark. It's to do with a new initiative. It's to do with you finding a new passion as well. It's to do with you being so enthusiastic, my gorgeous Capricornius. It's to do with an important potential. It's to do, the bottom line here is that this is to do with you accepting an important challenge. So this is like pretty much, so this good news that you are going to have, it's gonna make you feel so good, but then at the same time, it's going to really make you aware of the fact that you are gonna need to accept an important challenge here. And that challenge that you're gonna need to accept is that like a really important part of that challenge is like you're gonna realize that you are maybe holding on to certain people or possessions a little bit too much. So this is the part of the challenge, to let go of a couple of things that you are very immensely holding on to. And as soon as you kind of release these things, you're going to release a huge amount of negative energy that has been like kind of slowing you down and preventing you from moving forward in life, and preventing things from happening as quick as actually they could. So this is why this is going to be so significant, my gorgeous Capricornius, indeed. It is the beginning of a very important transition in your life, where you are slowly but surely moving forward, in your life. It's like a calm after a storm, my gorgeous Capricornius, indeed, because you're gonna realize that you have overcome something very, very dark and negative indeed. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Capricornius, it's like, on one hand, you are gonna do something so brave here, and I'm so glad, I'm so happy for you. You are going to do something really brave. You're gonna make a brave and bold move, and you are going to surprise yourself, and you're gonna surprise lots of people in your life in a good way indeed. I like it. Just remember that when you do something so big, so major, you become like an example to so many other people in your life as well, the major people. So you are spreading something really, really positive and really, really powerful here indeed. So you are going to make a really bold move, really brave move. And the brave and bold move that you are going to make, it's pretty much so, this in itself, it's going to be one of of the most positive and most beautiful experiences of your life when it comes to your spirit, when it comes to your soul, because you will realize what a strength you actually have. But this bold move and brave step that you are going to make, this is also going to reflect on your finances. And when it comes to September 2024, like I can see you like enjoying things that you're not enjoying now. I can see luxury, and I'm not saying that you don't live a life of luxury, you know what I mean, but when it comes to finances and a financial situation, this is going to reflect in an amazing way where you will be able to buy something for yourself that you maybe don't feel comfortable buying right now, or you can't buy right now. Do you see what I mean? So it's going to reflect on your luxury. I mean, how good is this? But also at the same time, this is going to like kind of help you, that brave move, bold move. It's not only about that, but it's about, by you making a brave move, that bold move here, you're also going to realize your dreams, my gorgeous Capricornius, indeed. And this in itself you're going to find spiritually enlightening, and at the same time, you know, you need to understand that this is like this is like a, you know, this is to do with like a kind of new ideas. This is to do with the new plans. You know, this is to do with like what you need to focus on. But at the same time, you know, it's realizing the truth about yourself. And you know, it's about planning for the future. This is really going to put you in such a wonderful mode. But then again, at the same time, my gorgeous Capricornians, a structure is going to be needed. A routine is going to be needed. I mean, and there is somebody who is going to give you a mind-blowing advice as well. Or someone is going to give you a mind-blowing advice about all this like directly. Or you're just going to be like kind of looking at someone, and somehow this is going to become the part of your dimension where you're going to listen to someone else, but then you're going to kind of understand and realize, oh my God, this is like, I understand what I need to do now. So there is some kind of advice that you are going to get out of it, which is absolutely brilliant. There is an important decision which you are going to make, and that decision is going to be absolutely brilliant. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornius, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending in brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.